Welcome back. If you've just joined us, you're watching the news at 10 on Channels Television, coming to you live from Lagos. A quick reminder of our major stories now. President Muhammadu Buhari absent from Federal Executive Council meeting. Information Minister says the president is working from home. Nigeria seeks about 7 billion naira loan from China to finance railway projects and the reconstruction of the Northeast. House of Representatives summons the Inspector General of Police over what it calls the unwarranted invasion of citizens' residence. The United States says third deployment is to bring North Korea to its senses. For more on our top stories and others, please visit our website. It's channelstv.com and on youtube.com/channelsverb. You can also watch us on the go on your mobile device. Just log on to m.channelstv.com or download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows phones from their respective stores. Having the Channels TV and Channels 24 app will give you access to news and updates. You also have the Eyewitness feature too, so you too can be part of the news. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu and follow the instructions to share those pictures, videos or news of happenings around you. Well, we have some of the pictures you sent in. Let's begin with this set of images from Lokoja, the Kogi state capital, showing people whom our Eyewitness reporter refers to as students of the state-owned university. He reports that the students are protesting against the closure of their school for more than 3 months now. He's calling on all relevant authorities in the education sector to intervene. Next is this picture from Umoji in Enugu, the Enugu state capital. It shows a dump site which our Eyewitness reporter says is becoming an eyesore. He wants the garbage cleared. From PTI Junction in Eforum in Delta State comes this picture showing a motor park located directly under a high-tension cable. He wants the park relocated for the safety of everyone. Our next picture is the East-West Road Ughelli-Patani Expressway, still in Delta State. The picture shows a truck which our Eyewitness reporter says was roughly driven, so much so they feared the carrier will fall off. He's calling on the attention of the Federal Road Safety Corps to check that trend that is becoming a norm there. We do sincerely thank you for sending in those pictures, as we ask that you keep them coming. President Muhammadu Buhari has assured Nigerians that terrorism and clashes between farmers and herdsmen in some parts of the country will soon be a thing of the past. President Buhari, who was represented by the Minister of Interior, Abdurrahman Dambazo, told the summit in Kaduna State that security agencies have been given the mandate to restore peace and security to volatile parts of the country.
To be very frank and candid, there must be some political influences in some areas, not in all areas, but I believe there are some places that such an influence is being overused. And where you find, say, a political party that is in control of a state government or so, they use all the resources they have to see that a particular group is oppressed.
We should just remove sentiment from the issue. We should try and accept each other's faults and try and forgive people. Do you get it? And from what a lot of, from what the farmers are telling the headers, they appreciate that the headers are sincere people. They appreciate that the headers provide a lot of things for them. Do you get it? Manure, milk and other things. So if there is benefits derived from both sides, I think with understanding it can be resolved.
You're watching the news at 10 on Channels Television, live from Lagos. Let's quickly shift to our Abuja studios now, where Ivy Clem is standing by to take us through more stories. Ivy.
Hello, Gimba. Barely 24 hours after it withdrew its application seeking a stay of execution of a court order defreezing the sum of $5.9 million belonging to former First Lady Mrs. Patience Jonathan, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has secured a fresh freeze order. The EFCC brought a fresh ex parte application before the same judge, Justice Mojisola Olaterogun of the Federal High Court, Lagos, for the forfeiture of the money to the federal government. In the new application, Mrs. Jonathan is specifically named in the documents put before the court. This marks a clear departure from the earlier forfeiture order, which Mrs. Jonathan had challenged because she was not a party to the proceedings. In the fresh application, the Commission also sought an order for the interim forfeiture of the sum of 2.4 billion naira discovered in the name of Lawari Furniture and Bath Limited, with links to Mrs. Jonathan, and is also reasonably suspected to be proceeds of crime. In the wake of allegations of harassment of former President Goodluck Jonathan's family, the presidency has responded, insisting that President Buhari is not hounding anyone. In a statement, the special advisor to the president on media and publicity, Mr. Femi Adesina, responded to an article published in the National Daily on Wednesday, April the 26th. The paper quoted Dr. Jonathan allegedly accusing President Muhammadu Buhari of targeting his family and also disagreeing with Buhari's administration's style of fighting corruption. The statement says, and I quote, "We make bold to state unequivocally that President Buhari harasses nobody. He merely allows the law to take its course." It adds further, and I quote, "For the umpteenth time, we say that anybody without skeletons in his or her cupboard has nothing to fear about the barred fangs of the anti-corruption initiative. Fear belongs only to those who have abused trust while in office." End of quote. The presidency advises anybody who feels aggrieved to seek redress in the courts, saying President Buhari believes in the rule of law. The ruling All Progressives Congress APC says the political wrangling within the party will soon be a thing of the past. Power play within the party has led to the cancellation of the party's National Executive Committee and National Caucus meetings, initially slated for the 24th and 25th of April. The APC National Working Committee today met with the party state governors to find a common ground on various issues of difference within the party. Our correspondent Ajuri Ngalale reports.
Against the backdrop of yesterday's public condemnation of President Muhammadu Buhari's most recent slate of appointments by the APC's Forum of State Party Chairmen, the ruling party's National Working Committee meets with a group that is critical to internal party cohesion and stability, the APC state governors. First to arrive is the national chairman of the ruling party, Chief John Oyegu. At a time when Nigeria's leading opposition party remains in crisis, various blocs and intra-party interest groups are contending for supremacy in the ruling All Progressives Congress ahead of the 2019 general elections.
These are difficult times. These are times that calls for the best out of all of us. The party, the executive, the National Assembly, and of course our executive governors.
After the meeting, Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai says the ruling party remains in strong hands.
Even I at 57 take medication for one ailment or another. Our prayer is that the president gets better, gets well, but the reason why he has a vice president is precisely for these reasons.
Expressing the party's determination to reward political affiliates without using public appointments and resources, the governor says private sector supporters are ready to step up.
And we are going to work at improving this incentive system without diverting state resources, without violating rule of law, and also without bringing into government people that are unsuitable just in the name of rewarding party apparatchiks.
The 24 APC governors conclude that they will meet monthly with the national leadership of the party with plans for the midterm convention on the agenda of the next meeting. Ajuri Ngalale, Channels Television News.
Voters and observers have described the by-elections that held today in Warri South Local Government area of Delta State as peaceful and hitch-free. Our correspondent reports that the exercise was calm and orderly in most of the wards except in Ogwangwe ward, where there were allegations of vote buying by some party agents. The Delta State Police Command has offered assurances that it has adequate manpower to secure INEC staff, polling stations and voters. And that's it from Abuja. Back to Gimba in Lagos.
Many thanks indeed, Ivy. Brilliant. The House of Representatives Technical Committee on Economic Recession says that it is reviewing relevant laws to cushion the effect of the economic recession in the country and help the country return to the path of economic recovery. The chairman of the committee, Mr. Bode Ayorinde, stated this in Lagos during a courtesy visit to Governor Akinwumi Ambode at the State House in Ikeja.
The House of Representatives Technical Committee on Economic Recession, set up in February, has a mandate to interact with relevant government ministries and agencies on the issue of the economy in the face of the current economic recession. The committee's visit to Governor Akinwumi Ambode at the State House was in continuation of its fact-finding visit to states, where it has taken stock of industries that are affected by recession.
The essence, like I've said, is how can we reopen these industries? How can we provide employment for our people? How can these industries continue to produce and contribute to economic growth of the nation?
Governor Akinwumi Ambode said through increased investment in capital projects, empowerment of low-income earners and micro and small businesses, as well as security, the state government has been able to cushion the effect of economic recession in Lagos. What lessons for the federal government?
In a recession, your government has to keep doing public spending. That public spending that you see in the way and manner that we have done a whole lot of infrastructure is to keep our people, the majority are low-income earners, in job. Our major advice is just to say that there must be some sense of purpose in our fiscal policies and our monetary policies in such a way that, both of them can create a convergence to take us out of recession. Our own politics is politics of people, and that's the same job that you as honorable legislators are also committed to. We believe, we should be able to create legislations that really take our people out of poverty.
While responding to questions from journalists, the chairman of the committee explains areas of the law that will require revision to fast-track economic recovery.
Everything that has to do with tariff now, everything that has to do with taxes, everything that has to do with employment, ease of doing business in Nigeria have been revised.
The committee will be visiting other regions of the country as soon as it completes the exercise in Lagos.
When the news at 10 returns, Naira eases to 378.54 against the dollar as trading on the new Forex window for investors and exporters enters second day. Join us again.